Well, hey, I'm Junior and welcome to my channel. So back in September of 2020, right during kind of the heart of COVID, I decided to take about 5 weeks off from my normal job, my day job, and it was part of my sabbatical anyway. And I loaded up my truck and my camper, all my mountain bikes that I could possibly fit on this rig. And I headed across the Arizona desert, straight up to Nevada and on my way to the Idaho Panhandle. As you can see by the map here, I've kind of been hitting a bunch of parks for my YouTube channel, and I was trying to get some downhill and some other cross country or trail kind of riding in different areas. I ended up in Kellogg, Idaho, where I stayed at the Silver Mountain Resort there in Kellogg, Idaho. What's cool about this resort is that it's right at the base of the mountain of Silver Mountain Bike Park, and so the lift, it leaves right from the hotel and takes you straight up to the mountain where there's some killer downhill runs that you're going to see in this video. First, I want to go over the resort just so you have a clear picture of what this resort offers. I did have a great time. I had some friends come in, we chilled, we got some great drinks, we kicked it in the jacuzzis there at the hotel, and the property really had nobody at it. I mean, during the weekday, there's nothing going on in September at this hotel. But come the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it is crazy. People come in from all over the place. So as you can see by the video here as I'm walking around the campus, I found this place to be a little on the dirty side. They don't pick up their trash very often. During the evenings on the weekends, there's a lot of parties that are going on there and people were drinking and so they just leave their trash everywhere, and the property doesn't really keep that up. But I will say our room was plenty clean. I mean, I saw no issue there. So across the street, they have this massive parking lot, and then they have a dirt area, and they allow you to pay kind of a camping fee. And it's really confusing because they've got two different signs with two different prices with two different instructions on how to pay that fee. It's cheap enough. Whether it's 11 bucks or 15 bucks, I'm not sure. You can see by the photos, I was very confused. But they do have some porta potties out there, and they were clean. And the camping out there was pretty decent. But come Friday, Saturday night, that parking lot is an absolute mess. It's just a big mountain bike party, just good down-to-earth mountain bikers. So this resort does have storage. They've got some locker rooms that you can use, and it does take a hotel key to get in it. So your bikes are pretty secure, but I would bring a cable or a chain to lock your bike in. But what's really cool about this resort is they give you water pressure for their hoses to wash your bikes just outside these locker rooms. And so you can kind of hang your bike there like you can see I'm doing here, and you can wash your bikes, get all the mud and dirt and that kind of stuff off before you load them back in your vehicles. Let's move on to the video. Oh my. I can't stand it. I'm not a big fan of heights. As you can see, every time the thing shook or the wind blew, that thing freaked me out. It's about a 38-minute ride. Roughly, don't quote me on that, it's like 35 to 38 minutes. But that lift takes you all the way up the mountain. It takes you over through town, and it is a long ride, actually, in a gondola. Your bike will fit in the gondola right in front of you, so you'll be able to keep an eye on it. Okay, so if you see this guy right here, watch out for him. He is actually an amazing rider. I met this gentleman and his family down in the parking lot down at the resort. Great guy, very advanced rider. He's on an enduro. We're all running Cush cores, by the way, and so these guys were great to ride with, and they were very fast, had a lot of fun. We started out on Snake Pit, I think it is. Yeah, Snake Pit, as you can see. And then this happens. Yeah, I got the dreaded strap flap going in front of my camera, and I apologize for that. I wish I could take it out. I didn't want to throw the footage away, so here we are. We got to tolerate it, and I really apologize for that. So let's talk about Snake Pit. Snake Pit is a single diamond. These trails on Silver Mountain are rated to, I think, exactly what you would think a black diamond really should be. So if you've ridden other parks and you're an intermediate rider and you've been on a black diamond and you thought to yourself, man, that wasn't so tough. Well, Silver Mountain black diamonds are black diamonds for a reason. Usually they'll put a drop in so that it kind of separates the intermediate riders from the advanced or the diamond riders, because these trails are they are tough. They're very technical and it's extremely steep. Obviously video doesn't do it a lot of justice here, but this had a couple of big drops on it, and this was my first time on this mountain and my first time on this run. So there were a lot of things that I took my time on, and if I didn't feel comfortable, I just didn't do it. So I let a couple guys pass me, and then I caught up to my group and went and got on some intermediate trails and played around on a few other diamond trails, but I didn't do any big gaps or big drops or anything like that. It was my first day and first time there, and I knew that's all that I had was just that day in order to get all this down. But look how cool this trail is, and we're going to move on to a couple other trails. I'm going to be quiet for a while and just let you enjoy some of this flow and some of these trails. And I do mark them so that you have an idea and you can follow on a map if you'd like to, or on their website. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I'm running Cushcore. So it was the guys at the Coeur d'Alene bike shop that's right there in Kellogg, Idaho, and it's really just down the road from the resort, that turned me on to Cushcores and kind of set me up with them. I'd heard about them, didn't know a ton about them, but I'm so glad I put these in. I could drop a little bit of air pressure on my bike and really get a lot more grip. And I just felt like the Cushcores and the low tire pressure took the chop out of my bike. There are a lot of braking bumps, a lot of roots, and quite a bit of rock actually at this park. So the Cushcores were great. The guys at Coeur d'Alene Bike Shop, they were awesome, amazing people, and I enjoyed visiting with them almost every day. I stopped by to say hello, and I ended up buying quite a bit of stuff from them. But I really enjoyed them. So the Cushcores are awesome, and now I've put Cushcores in all of my bikes. My Enduros have them, all my downhill bikes have them, and so forth. But enjoy this next section. We get all the way down to Pepsi Can, and we kind of work our way all the way out to the bottom. Okay, so here at the bottom of the trail, I say goodbye to my friends that I had met in the parking lot and got a chance to ride with. I just wished I would have written down their names. Unfortunately, I didn't. But what a great group of people. They're from Washington State, and I really enjoyed riding with them. And I wish I would have gotten more footage of their riding. Amazing riders. This is what they love and do, and that was really awesome to meet people like that. They took me in and invited me to ride with them. It was awesome. So when you get on the trail back, it's basically a paved trail, and it's just, ever so slightly downhill and takes you right back to town. So I pedaled my downhill bike all the way up into town. It's neat because you go right by coffee shops, you go right by places to eat lunch, and you go right by the Coeur d'Alene bike shop there if you need anything, brake pads or tires or anything. And I hope you get a chance to try Silver Mountain. It is a crazy good bike park. I'm going to try to go back in 2021 and try to get some biking in. But hey, I'm glad you took the time to watch the video. I do hope you got something out of it. And if you've ridden at Silver Mountain and you know something about some of the other trails that I might enjoy as, say, a semi-advanced but mostly intermediate rider, please comment, man, and let me know which trails should I do in 2021. Have a wonderful day.